I am Paul Webb. I'm a consultant in physiology in Yellow Springs, Ohio, at Wright State University in nearby Dayton, Ohio, at the Boonshoff School of Medicine. I'm a clinical professor of medicine in the aerospace medicine group, and at the School of Engineering, I'm a research professor in biomedical, industrial, and human factors engineering. I want to tell you about the elastic counterpressure suit. It's a major change in spacesuit design. I'll tell you what it is and why it's really interesting. What I'm going to do is give you the highlights of this idea, and at the end we'll tell you where to find a fuller description of this project. Here's a picture of a full pressure suit. This began in the 1930s when the idea in flying was to get to higher and higher altitudes and make records. And above 40,000 feet, there wasn't enough oxygen in the atmosphere to support life. So what they did was to put the flyer in a diving suit and pressurize the suit and the helmet so that the oxygen would be at proper pressure. This was awkward, clumsy, hot and hard to wear, not easily moved. And many decades later, and many millions of dollars, we now have the suit that you saw in the photo. It's a very sophisticated piece of engineering, and in fact it's even been called a spaceship on its own. There was another high altitude suit that came along just after World War II, the military partial pressure suit. This suit was effective in protecting a person who lost cabin pressure at very high altitude, but there were problems. If you wore it for more than 10 or 20 minutes, you could faint from blood being trapped in the limbs. There was discomfort, and it was used only as a get-me-down emergency suit. What happened in 1965 or 6 was I was thinking about this suit and wondering if it would be an improvement to make it of elastic cloth. So I made a prototype, and this was in the mid-60s, and in fact it worked wonderfully well. All the problems that we had with the partial pressure suit were immediately solved. There was no fainting, the suit was comfortable to wear for a long time, and you had great mobility and dexterity. There's oxygen breathing at the pressure suitable for a man in a vacuum. Now, respiration and circulation are balanced, that is, pressure is needed to balance the breathing pressure with the elastic counterpressure that the suit provides. The suit's obviously good for space exploration. You have a man who can do all kinds of important things without much limitation. And it's a much lighter suit than the full pressure suit. We're talking about the difference between 85 pounds and 300 pounds. So it's light, it requires little storage space, and the expendables like oxygen are reduced also. Let me describe the project. We're going to build a new prototype with new textile technology. Very important because textile technology has changed enormously in 40 years. We can now make a suit that is self-donning and comfortable to wear. We're going to have a full testing program when we do it. That'll take about 2 years and maybe $3 or $4 million. Right now we're looking for financing and partnering with an existing company. There's an established team who work well together. We call ourselves the Webb Elastic Garment Group. There's Professor Christine Cole at Clemson University, Textile Technology, Professor Alan Hargens at University of California, San Diego, Klaus Lundgren at State University of New York in Buffalo, and me here at Wright State. We're all professors, we're experienced research scientists, and we are inventive people who have many patents to our name. Now, we're only looking at highlights here, but there are many more details that are of interest, and we have full description at our website, which is elasticspacesuit.com. Now is not too early to begin. We're ready to go.